My name's Liam Hickey. I play football for Wodonga Raiders Football Club, and we're here today to have a conversation about my brother Ben and a charity match that we're organising in line with Carrie Beanies for Brain Cancer Foundation. My brother Ben passed away on the 5th of December 2023 due to a glioblastoma, which is a super rare and invasive type of brain tumour. Ben found out that he had a brain tumour when he was living in South Africa. It was early September 2021. He was having some brain fog and was having some troubles around his concentration and was lethargic, and he didn't call into a Zoom meeting one day, which led to one of his work employees dropping in to make sure he was all right. And he wasn't. They got him to the hospital, and after a few tests, they knew that there was a tumour in his brain. So I remember Dad calling me, and that was a big moment. I think sort of you hear a lot of things about, things happen with other families, and you definitely feel for those families, and you never really think it's going to happen to yours. So I suppose the heart sink in that moment was massive. It was huge for all of us, and being so far spread and feeling so far away from each other during that time. Ben being in South Africa, myself in Western Australia, sister in Melbourne, mum and dad in Albury Wodonga, so far spread apart, and it wasn't like we could have that chance to all get together and rally together straight away, which was definitely difficult. January 22, mum and Ben were able to make their way back over. It was 2 months after that he went downhill again, and ended up in hospital and had to have his second open head surgery, and they removed more of the tumour, which gave them the chance to actually test what type of tumour that he had, and found out that he had a glioblastoma. He was just always so positive, and he would never even really admit to the fact that he had the cancer or had the tumour. Wasn't big on talking about it. He was always just asking what the plan was and what the best steps were forward, and was always just looking for progress. And I think maybe the conversations around everything, and everything being the cancer that it was setbacks almost, and he was just always wanted to progress forward and just to do more. Ben always had a love for sports. He always from a young age, he definitely followed around Tony Lockett, went from a St Kilda supporter and jumped ships to being a Sydney Swans, much to Dad's disgust. Always had a massive passion for cricket as well. I think that's what made him the person who he was, especially having so many mates across Melbourne and Sydney and around here in Albury Wodonga. All that comes from playing sports and playing football. He was very driven, loved music festivals, definitely loved techno, the Ministry of Sound. I think that he was just an awesome big brother. I was definitely looking forward to him getting back from South Africa. We're planning to go to our skydiving course and definitely play some games of footy together. Our dad played in the first Wodonga Raiders side when they moved in from Bethanga Demons to Wodonga Raiders, so our family ties have always been with the Raiders. Ben started up through the junior ranks, much like myself, so by the time that I sort of got to the club out of Auskick, Ben was playing under 16s and looking into the third squad. Definitely looked up to him and everything that he could do on the footy field. And for myself, always wanted to do stuff that would impress him. We'd always kick the footy out the front of the house. He had so much fight and go in him, to sort of see that be taken from him very slowly, and was able to get him home a few times. But we knew that the end was coming, and yeah, it was just tough. Yeah, it was tough. At his funeral, so many of the Raider boys come down wearing their polos, which was so nice to see when I jumped up and done his reflection and looking out and seeing all those boys who had my back. Not long after Ben's passing, I had the feeling that I wanted something more to come from his life and his legacy, and especially at his funeral, I knew that I wanted something more to then for it to just be his funeral as the last big social event for the community and for my parents, and really ran with the idea that hosting a charity event would just be amazing for not only for my family but also spreading more awareness around brain cancers, because I've also lost my grandfather to brain cancer. A club legend, Paddo, lost a battle to brain cancer as well. It's just something that I've just become very passionate about and wanting to make a difference in. And hopefully one day we can help more families in the future have different outcomes than what our family and other families are facing at the moment. The 18th of May, Wodonga Raiders versus Myrtleford. It's been an amazing outreach with the local community, with so many local businesses chipping in donations. We've been lucky enough to have jumpers made up that say proudly supporting Carrie, Beanies for brain cancer, and have For You Ben on the back, which would be super nice seeing all the boys wearing those. The point of the charity match itself is to really just raise awareness and funds towards brain cancer research. The club's been so helpful with the organisation of everything. With all the boys down at Raiders, they've all been incredible. The messages that I've received from some of the fellas weekly and the check-ins from Armo and the rest of the coaching staff has been awesome. Yeah, I definitely feel like they've made the whole experience a lot easier, and I think with their understanding of my absence through pre-season and still giving me the opportunities now to play senior football at the club and giving me good guidance about how I can be better, has been awesome. Hopefully we get the dub over Myrtleford. Would also be the cherry on top for the game, but I suppose it's not even about the win of the footy match. It's just about bringing our community together and just raising the awareness that we need to hopefully make a difference in the future, which is what the purpose of this whole adventure has been, and this whole campaign that we're up to has been about. It's about raising the funds, and it's about raising the awareness and bringing the community together to hopefully make these experiences easier for future families that are going to go through the crisis of brain cancers.